So if you're looking for a PC that can handle gaming, streaming, video editing, gaming while streaming, all for around about 1500 bucks, I have the right PC for you. So right here I have a part list that I assembled of the best components that you can buy at the price range of $1,500. But before we get into that, I want to thank you guys for helping me reach 1.3k subs, man. You guys have been showing absolutely a lot of love on the videos, man. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. If you guys can comment down below, leave a like on this video as well, what you think, I'll greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to continue this series at different price ranges and different budgets, please let me know, because I'll be happy to do it for you guys. But without further ado, let's get into the video and the part list. So with our processor, we are starting off with the Ryzen 7 3700X 8-core 16-thread processor. It's beautiful, man. I mean, honestly, this is the processor that I believe everybody should really want in terms of having the right price to performance. It's not too expensive, not too cheap, but it's just so good. I mean, 8-core 16 threads, I believe, is like the perfect sweet spot you want to be at right now. I mean, I have an i9 9900K that is 8 cores 16 threads, but it's $500. I don't know what it's going for now, but when I bought it in February of last year, $500. I mean, this was the top dog, but like, if I had the choice, I'd buy this Ryzen processor over it right now. It comes with the Wraith Spire cooler, so if you're not doing any is it the Wraith, or no, I believe it's the Prism. Don't quote me on that. I believe it's a Prism though. The one with the colors, the RGB one. All right, that one comes with the cooler. So if you're not doing any crazy overclocking, it should be more than enough to. It should be more than sufficient to cool your processor with no issues whatsoever. Now, going on to the motherboard. So me personally, I hate recommending motherboards because honestly, if you're gonna spend, if you want to go the inexpensive route or the cheaper route and still get all the features that you really want, it's gonna look kind of ugly. This thing is kind of ugly, for being honest. Overall though, for what most people are gonna be using it for at this price range, for light overclocking or overclocking a little bit more, as long as you're not stream overclocking, this will be enough. I mean, it has PCIe Gen 4, it has an NVMe slot, it has everything that you would need to run your computer perfectly fine. So I highly recommend this X570 Gaming X motherboard from Gigabyte, as it's pretty good for the price. A little ugly, just a little ugly, but overall, you guys are gonna, it's gonna get the job done. Now, going on to our RAM, we have the G.Skill Trident Z Neo 16GB 3600 megahertz RAM. That was a mouthful right there. All right. I had to add a little bling to this build. You guys know I had to add a little bling. I love RGB RAM sticks. If anything is RGB, either the fans or the RAM sticks are what need to be RGB for me. So the idea behind these is that the Neo is, when you see Trident Z Neo, it means it's specifically built for Ryzen. So in this case, Ryzen benefits from faster RAM. So at 3600 megahertz, it's going to be beautiful for Ryzen systems. I mean, personally, I've heard that it's just a common fact, in the PC, that Ryzen benefits from faster RAM, but I've never personally seen it. I don't have a Ryzen system, but just it's a fact that people should know. So rather than going $20 cheaper and getting 3200 megahertz, might as well spend the extra $20 to get this RAM. I highly recommend it. That's pretty much it. Gotta add a little bling, Overall, good kit. Now, going on to our storage. So we have a 1 terabyte Samsung 860 EVO. I don't know why I just butchered that. Samsung 860 EVO RGB SSD. Cut. All right. All jokes aside, though, at this point, I believe all systems should have an SSD. I believe, especially if you're over $1,000, you should definitely have at least one SSD in your system. They're just so much better, man. I mean, when I first built this system, I started off with a 500 gigabyte SSD and a 1 terabyte HDD, and then now I just really use that for all video clips and stuff. Like, I bought this same exact one. But the issue with that is, the prices on this right now is a little inflated, because I remember when I bought this around November, it was around, I think, $129, so $130 on Amazon. So the prices on this is a little inflated right now, but overall, you either want to be going SSD or NVMe at this point with your system built, with your systems. So that's just personally what I recommend, but overall, no issues whatsoever with this. Now, for the big boy, the beefy, the chunky graphics card, the GeForce RTX 2070 Super 8GB Strix Edition. Now, personally, I have a OG 2080 Strix, and I've had no issues with it whatsoever. I mean, this thing absolutely crushes games. With the 2070 Super, it's comparable to the 2080 original one that I have, so I can imagine it's going to destroy games at 1440p, 100 FPS easily. 1080p, don't even think about it. It's going to crush any game you want at that point. But the cooling solution, like, it runs super cool. Like, I don't get over 64C on this, and this is the overclocked edition, so it's already overclocked. And if I probably could overclock it a little bit more and still be, you know, at perfect range at what a GPU should be running at in terms of temps. So definitely, I can speak for the quality of these graphics cards. I have no issues with it whatsoever. So definitely is one I would recommend. Now, in terms of our case, we're going nice and simple with the NZXT 510 ATX case, $70. You could opt, if you want to spend a little money, you could opt for the I variant of the case, which will give you an integrated case lighting, which I have. I personally love it, but it's also like an extra $50 at that point. So if you really value RGB, then you might want to think about, you know, or you have, you know, also leeway in your budget, you also might want to think about including that. But, you know, it's a simple case. It's a box. It looks great on the desk, and overall, the cable management systems in the back with the routing sleeves and everything, it's beautiful. I have no issues with it. I've done 3 builds in it. I've done mine, my friends, my other friends, and I've had no issues with it whatsoever. And the one I did for this channel, yo, check that video out. Link in the description. But to top this all off, we have the Corsair RM 750 watt 80 plus gold certified power supply. It's a power supply. It's not fancy, no RGB. It gives power to the computer. That's pretty much it. I mean, if you really wanted to, you probably could go 650 watts, but then at that point, I don't think I have the right VGA cables for your graphics card. I think you might need an extra one that it might not come with, but I mean, this is going to be more than enough, and you might as well, you know, spend an extra like $20 to get 100 extra watts for your power supply. 750 watts is more than enough for a lot of systems anyway, but that's pretty much what I recommend. So like I said, this comes out to $1,516.49. So if you're looking for a PC around this budget, I believe this is possibly the best PC you can build for that price. Overall, it's going to be a beast. It's going to be a beast, no doubt. But that's going to end the video off here. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to do yourself a favor and subscribe, because I make awesome videos. JK, all jokes aside, please make sure you guys do subscribe though. I really do appreciate it, man. We're trying to grind to 2K subs. You guys have been showing a lot of love. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you guys also leave a like, comment down below if you guys want me to continue this. I can continue it. Give me a price, give me a budget, and I guess whatever more I see will be my next video. So I could have that out in like the next few days, honestly, depending on how this video does. But thank you guys so very much. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Please stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.